Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 829 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm going to be trying out this AOA Studio Perfect Eyeshadow Primer. And I'm actually really excited to try this out because eyeshadow primer is a type of makeup product that I use all the time, but the one that is my go-to eyeshadow primer is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. But that one is pretty pricey. I think it's like $24 for just a small little tube of eyeshadow primer. But I feel like for me especially, eyeshadow primer makes such a difference. I have a lot of creases in my eyelid, so using an eyeshadow primer has kind of been a game changer for me. And I just love the brand AOA Studio. It's a ShopMissA exclusive brand, so this is only $1. It's cruelty-free. I got this in the original version, but it looked like they had a couple other colors on the ShopMissA website. But what makes me even more excited about this is that it is so high rated on the ShopMissA website. And I tend to have really good luck with the high rated ShopMissA products. So let's check it out. Oh good, I like that it has a doe foot applicator. So I'm gonna be trying this out with eyeshadow, but I'm only going to apply it to one of my eyes so that we can see if there's a difference. I'm a little surprised by how dry the applicator feels right now. Like I was able to put some product on, but the applicator didn't hold much. The texture is so similar to the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. It's kind of like a gel, but then you can feel that it dries down. So that blended pretty easily. It truly looks completely clear. Like the discoloration on my eyelid is still prevalent. Maybe it's a bit mattifying. So that's good. This is supposed to keep like oiliness on the eyelids under control because that can definitely ruin your eyeshadow. And my eyelids do get a little bit oily depending on the skincare that I've been doing and if I've been using my eye creams, things like that. I kind of wish this had more of a tint to it, but I think the other colors that you can buy this in have more of a tint, but I just got the original version. I'm just going in with a little bit more, seeing if it does provide a tint if I apply enough of it. Doesn't really seem to be. Definitely has some tackiness to it, but that's kind of good. Like that's what I want in a face primer as well, because it just grabs onto your makeup and helps it last longer. But yeah, I would say if you wanted to use this eyeshadow primer as just a way to cancel out discoloration, this original formula is not going to give enough coverage. I thought it said online that this original formula matches your natural skin tone to cover up discoloration, but I would say it's almost completely clear. But I have 2 layers on my eye right now and it feels so comfortable. It doesn't feel like there's product on my eyelid. So it does seem nice, and it's definitely dried down. Now that it's dried down, it doesn't really have a tacky texture anymore. All right, but so for the eyeshadow that I'm trying out, I'm going in with my little Pixie by Petra Mesmerizing Mineral Duo in Naturally Nude. This is one of my daily go-to eyeshadows, and I like to just use this lightest shimmery one as an all over the lid shade, but I have noticed that this eyeshadow makes such a big difference with and without the primer. So I figured this would be the perfect eyeshadow to test this primer out with. So I'm just picking up an eyeshadow brush. This is the Luxie large shader brush that I got in a recent Ipsy bag. I don't think I actually used this on my channel, so debuting this as well. So I'm gonna pick up some of the product and apply it all over the eyelid. but usually when I apply this eyeshadow with a primer, it has much more pigment, shows up with a lot more shine and color, and it just lasts longer and doesn't crease when I use the primer. And I would say this looks really good. You can see the full color, no creasing at first impression. So that's looking really good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the eyeshadow to my other eye just to have a comparison. But I definitely feel like the eyeshadow sticks better on the eye with the primer, and I feel like it just made it look, I realize it might be kind of hard to tell on camera, but makes it look more opaque. Like I can't see any of the discoloration on my eyelid underneath the eyeshadow on the eye with the primer. But then on the eye without the primer, I feel like it's not quite as opaque. And what's the biggest difference that I notice is just how smooth this eyelid looks. Like when I close my eye, I feel like you don't notice the lines in my eye as much, but this eye, you can see some creasing, and I feel like there's just more texture and unevenness due to my eyelids on the eye without the primer. And I'm jealous of the people that don't have all of the lines in their eyelids, so they don't really need eyeshadow primer, but it makes a big difference for me. And it's funny, it's subtle, but I mean, if you watch my channel, you know how picky I am with my makeup. And I can just see a smoother eyelid, better coverage of the eyeshadow with the primer versus without it, but the eyes feel completely the same. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a primer on this eye. Like both of my eyes feel exactly the same. So I think that this $1 eyeshadow primer is very comparable to the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Pretty much everything about it, from the color to the texture to the results of it, it performed exactly the same in my opinion. So I'm really excited that I found a $1 version so I don't have to keep repurchasing the $24 version. I've tried out some other eyeshadow primers before that were inexpensive, and I just felt like they were very thin and they didn't give enough of a base, I guess, to my eyeshadow look. But this has great texture. It's not too thin, but then you can't feel it on the eye. I really feel like this is such a dupe for that Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I'm really excited. Like, this is going to be my go-to eyeshadow primer. But you know what? I will, of course, continue wearing this eyeshadow so that I can give an updated wear test result. I'll type that out in the description down below and let you know for sure if I ended up having any creasing on the eye with the primer, or just how the eyeshadow lasted. Like rubbing out the creasing on my other eye. Like, I don't like the look at all of creased eyeshadow. It really bothers me. But yeah, and I'll let you know how this wore, how it lasted, especially compared to this eye here. But so my tip to you is, if you wear eyeshadow, even if you don't have oily eyelids or lots of creases in your eyelid, I really think that wearing an eyeshadow primer does nothing but good things. It will help your eyeshadow show up with more vibrant color, last longer, and especially when you can get one for only $1, that is really, really great. I highly recommend it. It's definitely something that when I started doing makeup, I didn't even know existed. So if I can, you know, spread this knowledge to someone out there and it helps them with their makeup, then I'm really happy to do that. Let me know in the comments down below if you use an eyeshadow primer and if you feel like it's worth it, because maybe some people don't feel like it's worth it, or let me know if you found other alternatives to eyeshadow primer. I know sometimes people use concealer or foundation. I feel like I haven't had that much luck using concealer and foundation because those can still tend to crease on my eyelid anyways, like really badly. I feel like concealer creases so badly on my eyelid, and that's why I feel like eyeshadow primers have been my perfect solution. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video. Stay safe and healthy.